Fantastic polls for Trump in Pennsylvania. This is just fantastic. No other way around that. Because if Kamala can't win Pennsylvania, she's not winning. It's just all there is to it. The election comes down to Pennsylvania, and if Trump wins Pennsylvania, it's over. There's just no two ways around this. So we talked about this last time on the local stream, which you can join on the doobly doop below. Just look, we go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about the controversy of Pasteur, all right, why Beauchamp should have got the notoriety for being antiseptic as opposed to Pasteur, because Pasteur basically stole from Beauchamp. We talked about the election polls, and we talked about emergency prep, lots of fun stuff. So join the local channel down there every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. So we see these polls for PA, and we can see it goes from, we got 9 of them here, from New York Times, Quinnipiac, all the way up to Susquehanna. All right, we see Harris, heels up Harris is an average lead of 0.6%. And that's based on these two right here, Quinnipiac and the New York Times, which has Harris up 5 and 4. But then we go to these ties, and we're going to look at these two right here. Rasmussen, I can't see. We're going to discount Rasmussen, not because I think you should discount Rasmussen, but everyone says Rasmussen's Republican-leaning poll. That's fine. We'll go with that. And I couldn't see the methodology of Rasmussen in terms of the demographics of what they polled in the Rasmussen poll either. But we have right here for these two guys. And we see the Hill, Marist. So we see Rasmussen. We don't see Trafalgar, whatever that is, which is kind of a notorious right-leaning poll as well. That was spot on. And what was it? I can't remember. So some of these, Rasmussen was on one time, was off one time, and was on again. I can't remember the times. Trafalgar was on, I want to say 20, I can't remember, but maybe it's 2018. Then they're off. But anyway, so we're going to exclude those so we can show you're just not cherry picking. So let's go to Susquehanna. We'll go Muhlenberger first because it's got a 6% margin of error, 450 votes here. So these are the most recent ones. Muhlenberger, I guess, Rasmussen, and Susquehanna. We're not going to look at the Rasmussen one. We're going to look at Muhlenberger, all right? And what we're going to do here, check this out. This is incredibly, again, heels up can't win if she doesn't win PA. So the first thing we're going to see here is we're going to come up here. Of course, I start doing a video. Someone wants to go outside. Someone being the big baby over there. The big old, it's raining outside, puppy. Rain outside. All right. So we can see heels up and President Trump are at 48-48. All right. See, Trump is winning 59-36 among men, and heels up is winning 59-38 among the ladies. All right. So a pretty significant divide among the genders. But how can you say that? Because why aren't there 8 genders? The interesting thing is Bob Casey, the incumbent Democrat, still holds a 5% lead against the challenger in Pennsylvania in this poll. All right. So if this is definitely leaning Republican-oriented for the poll, then Casey would probably be losing, but he's not. And we're going to show you something else here too. Let's see right here. I want to show you something. Warmonger Josh Shapiro still has a 60% approval rating in this poll. So you cannot say this poll is a cherry-picked Republican poll while the warmonger still has a 60% approval rating. You just can't. All right, but there's more to this. Check this out. So we got 450 likely voters. All right, that's a sample size large enough. They interviewed 45% were Democrat, 44% were Republicans, and only 9% were independents. So that's very interesting to me. All right, and again, these are likely voters. We're going to look up in terms of. I want to show you what I'm saying right here. An unfavorable rating for Bob Casey is 38%. So that's that. I mean, and a 33% favorable rating for Bob Casey. A lot of times, if you're an incumbent with a low of a favorable rating, that's bad. But it looks like they have an unfavorable rating of the other guy too. So we'll see. I'm not expecting Bob Casey to lose. It's tough to take out a sitting Democratic senator. It happens on occasion, but I'm not expecting Casey to lose. Anyway, so check this out. How do you feel the way Sniffy Joe is handling himself as president? 58% say disapprove. All right, so you can't tell me that none of that falls back on Kamala. She is the vice president of the United States, for heaven's sake. So 58% are not approving of Sniffy Joe. A significant amount of those people are not going to approve of heels up Harris. That's just a fact. All right, let's keep going down here. This was interesting. So we got significant majority don't approve of Sniffy, and yet a significant majority do approve of warmonger Shapiro. All right, so that's good. All right, so we're going to keep going down. Are the biggest economy and inflation are the biggest issue in this by far, by 3 times the next, which is abortion And again, abortion is a big issue for me, don't get me wrong, but this was the biggest one. Immigration is second, or third, I should say. Look at that. Immigration is third. So we got the biggest thing is inflation and economy. That's pretty big, man. One of the negatives on this poll is that they interview 3/4 are white. All right, and generally speaking, the whites are going to vote for Trump. I mean, 60%. Trump needs over 60% of the white vote to win. There's just no other way around. If Trump could get 65% of the white vote, he's not losing. And that's where these Republicans make a huge mistake, assuming whites are going to vote. You just can't make that assumption. But so basically, 75% of the poll is whites, and that's concerning right there. But I'm going to show you something else here too. Check this out. Look at this right here. College graduate, right here. Graduate profession, right here. All right, so we got 39% are college graduate or professional, with another 30% some college. So where's Trump's base? It's not the college educated, and yet the college educated is minimal compared to the college educated in some college. That's Trump's base right there, right here. And so they're underpolling that perspective right there. But check this out, it gets even better. Over $100,000 is the biggest poll group that they polled, $100,000 of income. That's Kamala's people right there. Trump's people are right here. So by far and away, the largest group they polled was the Kamala base, all right? It's pretty interesting to me. Check this out. So we got right here, under the age of 50, they polled, 44%. Yeah, 44%. 54% over the age of 50. Now, I don't know what to make of that, but I find that interesting. But look at this. Another category besides male or female. I just thought that's funny. 51% were women, 48% were men. Why is that important? Because white women making over $100,000 are significantly in the heels up category. So we have more women than men, more rich people than Trump's base, and whites. White women making a lot of money are significantly higher in the heels up category than they are the Trump category. So that's good. So that's a poll very favorable to Trump without question. So I like that. That's good stuff. And then we're going to go over here. I'll say one of the drawbacks is they poll 45% Republican, Democrats, 44% Republican, and the rest are independents. We actually see the Democrats outnumber Republicans 45-40, and so that is an issue right there for that poll. That is an issue. All right, so that's still a pretty favorable poll to Trump. So let's see what this one is, and we're going to go. We're going to go to Susquehanna because that was Muhlenberg, with a 6% margin of error. This one's might even be better, actually. So let's check this one out. Because we talked about this last night. I just can't remember off the top of my head. So we're going to go to here. We're going to go all the way up, and I'm going to show you what this one says. Again, this has a tie. Heels up in the Trumpster. All right. 43%. Let's see. So they're polling 43% Republican, 45% Democrat, 12% Independent. Again, that's a little bit more favorable for the Republican than the actual voter registration as of 2023. Has that changed in 2024? Yes, it has, but we'll still go with it. It's still a little bit favorable to the Republicans, generally speaking. Let's see what we got here. And this is over 700 people, roughly, 700 people are likely voters, all right? The three major issues in this one, Susquehanna one, is inflation, crime, and illegal immigration. Nothing else comes close. Abortion is number 4, but abortion is significantly behind the three major: inflation, crime, and illegal immigration. Those are three major issues of these people they polled for the state of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. That's Trump stuff. This abortion access, and I like how they frame abortion access, protecting democracy, that's liberal stuff. You see what I'm saying? So that's a big deal. We see 46, heels up to Trump. We say 48 for Casey. So again, this is not a Republican. So you can see, even though they're oversampling Republicans relative to 2023 election, or at least registered voters, Casey's still winning by 8% there. All right, but check this out. 32% were under the age of 45. So 1/3 of every voter is under the age of 45. That's interesting to me. All right, so let's keep going now. High school diploma or less, some college, 2-year college, 4-year college, post-grad. 61% of the registered voters were were college educated. 61%. That's well above what it is in terms of Pennsylvania as a whole. I think Pennsylvania only 40% are college grads. We know for a fact Trump's base is in this right here, not this right here. So check this out. All right, 48% voted for Sniffy Joe in 2020. 47% voted for Donald Trump. Again, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means they're using the 2020 election exit polls, essentially, to say this is what we're going to use for our polling sample here. Now, why a lot of these polls are wrong a lot is because they use the previous cycle's turnout to dictate what they're going to pull for this cycle. And a lot of times things change, dude. Things change. A lot of times the party out of power is more motivated to vote. The party in power is less motivated to vote. And so you'll see a significant drop off of the people in power, in this case the Democrats, and a significant increase in the people out of power, in this case the Republicans. It happens all the time. All the time. That's why the off-year elections in particular is tough to poll because you don't know, man. But check it. Now, they only polled 10% black and 78% white. And you're like, oh, man, that's not good. But 52% were female. 60%, right here, 61% were graduates. So the majority of the polling group was female. And there's a significant gender, base for female for heels up versus men for Trump. They're polling more women, more white women, and more white women with college degrees than they're polling any other group of people, by far. And those are the people who are going for heels up almost as much as single black women. Single black women are going to go for heels up 95-5. Wealthy white women with a college degree are going to go for heels up probably 85-15. And yet, in this case, Trump is still tied, even though Bob Casey's up by 8. That's huge, man. That's huge. Again, if Heels Up doesn't win Pennsylvania, it's over. It's over. Just all there is to it. So that's good stuff for the Trumpster, man. If I'm Trump, I'm in Pennsylvania every freaking, I can't be there every day, but basically once a week. Pennsylvania's it, dude. It's all on Pennsylvania. Anyway, so if you're in Pennsylvania and you're not freaking registered to vote, not registered to vote, registering people like my man Scott Pressler, you're wrong. You got to get out there, dude. You got to tell people we got to vote. Get these people out there. Look, at the end of the day, do I think Heels Up's going to win? Yes, because I don't think they've done enough for election security, even here in my own county of Fulton County, even though we're run by the Republicans. It's almost like the Republicans have an agenda. Crazy. There's Philadelphia, what are they going to do? But as what's his name? Hugh Hewitt used to say, if it's not close, they can't cheat. And so that's what we got to look at. So, and they always undersample Trump too. So you give them 1 or 2 point sample increase because they always undersample. So if we're coming in high at tie, that means Trump's winning. And if he's winning Pennsylvania, so all right, love your thoughts. God bless. We'll see you.